Hey everyone, it's Ometer, and I just wanted to show you guys my embellishment swap. I was in a small embellishment swap over at the Tilda Art Attack and Tilda Friends Facebook group that is hosted by Tracy, and she's Chi-Town Tracy here on YouTube, and also you guys know her shop is Art Attack Supplies, and it's called, the swap is called Tilda's Trinkets, and here are the things that I made. And we were to make 4 sets of 2, and 2 of them were defined by the swap, and then 2 of them you had to just create your own. So this is how I packaged them, and I packaged them kind of like I did a little cheap box swap because I just really liked the way this worked out. So I used the doohickey dies. This is the heart wrapped die, and these are also in Tracy's shop, and I just stapled it right there. All of this is Tilda paper. Now what I did with the first one, and this is actually the doohickey rounded frames die, and here are my clothespins. I took two of these chunky clothespins, and I whitewashed them, then I distressed them a little bit with a vintage photo. And this is the bridal bow doohickey die also that I received in Iraq. Thank you so much. And I just went ahead and used these little Prima nests. Here are some Tilda die cuts from the Country Escape, and I just absolutely love it. So I used this paper as well on it, and this one on the bow. So here is that one, and one has and they have just about the same thing with the flowers and the leaves, the nest. This one has white eggs, and this is the clothespins. And I put a little piece of acetate here so I can just clip them on here, and she can actually use, and this is for Esme, and she can actually use the paper if she wants to afterwards. So that's that. And this is the heart. And I totally realized I didn't even say who my partner was. It's Esme Mikes, and she laughs on how everybody thinks it's a guy because she has her son's picture on there. But here's another one of those wrapped dies, the heart ones. This is this paper right here, and this is my heart one. What I did is I took these faux Tilda buttons that I made. I've made these before, and I've gone ahead and put some jute twine through them, put a bow, and I wanted to hang other hearts. So these actually are little dangles right there. So you can use this. I was going to use regular buttons, but I'm like, you know what? I have these other ones of different sizes, so it looks like different size of cascade hearts. And this one I used the Sizzix Primitive Hearts 3 die for that. So I absolutely love those. And I like how they dangle. So that's 2. Now the other ones I wanted to make is I made some butterflies, but I didn't want to just make regular butterflies. I used the Spellbinders Grand Butterflies die set, and I used different papers, and I just die cut the base and 2 of the layers so they would look even more dimensional. I did that on both of them. Now, and then I whitewashed some keys that I just had in my trinkets and stuff, and that's what I made the bodies out of. So I figured this would be really, true to the whole swap Tilda's Trinkets. So I made these butterflies out of some trinkets. So there's that, and let me put that over here. So the last one is I made some shaker Polaroid, some mini shaker Polaroids. And this one I used the We Are Memory Keepers Instagrammed photo die. I also have these on acetate, so I didn't stick anything on these papers, so Esme can use these. You can use it for like little tags or minis or whatever. But here are my shakers. On this one, here is the shaker, and I used some of the Martha Stewart glitter things, which are the hearts and the stars. And I have pink in this one, but you really can't tell. It looks more green. I had pink and green in this one, and white and blue in this one, but it looks more green. And this one, look, it has, shake it up here, has a ballerina from the die cuts, a button, some flowers, and then I just put a few little dimensional ones, which is one of the eggs, a little rose, and a button on that one. And this one is more of a bird theme. It has a few birds, the star, some eggs in this one, and look how they shake, so cute. And I just used some foam right there, some fun foam. I die cut it as well along with the shaker. And on the front, on this one, I put one of these little tiny tags, another little bird, and a spool. So yeah, and they're just really cute. I just absolutely love these. I'm gonna make some for myself for that. So those are the sets of Tilda Trinkets. But let me show you what I made to put them in. I use a cigar box to put my embellishments and stuff like that while I'm preparing to make a project or whatever, or just to store them. So I thought this would be cute for me to put them in a bit of a container. And sorry, while I put these back so I can show you what they look like inside of it. And I really wanted to do that. And let's see here. So what I did is I took a cigar box. I don't know what I'm going to fit in a cigarette box, but a cigar box, and I altered it. Let me go ahead, and I altered it with so many Tilda papers, most of which I just have them all together, certain papers, so I'm not really sure which ones I used on all of them. I did use a lot of the Tiny Treasures and the Happiness is Homemade to alter the box. So let me show you, because I would like them to have something to go in, but that way she can actually use that to put her embellishments while she's crafting. I like to have something offside so I can use it as well. So here's what I did. I altered the cigar box, and this is one of those Juliet and Romeo, or Romeo and Juliet, that I got from Olga. She sent me several cigar boxes. So the top part has quite a bit of dimensionals. Now on the sides, and everything is covered with different Tilda paper. This one has plain paper, and then some of the papers actually have little things coming out of the bottom or the sides. So, and they're kind of cut off. So I made it look like that. All of this is just plain paper, and all of these I layered on there. But I cut them and distressed them with vintage photo. Only along the bottom, the edge, because I wanted it to look like that was the paper. This one has some ballerinas, a teacup, a little plate right there, a little cutout, and all of them were cut off right there. Flower. This one I used a bench, and just several items. And some of these were on one of the papers, so there's like little button cards overlaying, laying over each other. So I did that, but I covered it with little things, so you can reuse all of that stuff. And this one too. This one was actually cut off, so I just set it up there. And there you go. So the front, I just used this paper that said best quality yarn, and it was really cute. It actually had a Tilda on there, one of the new Tilda dolls, and I just cut up another one from the die cuts and layered it. And look, I put a little bunny in her arms. But this one is just very, very layered, but not too much. I didn't want it to be, I didn't want the sides to have layering in case it's behind different side things or whatever. That way she can use it. This one's got a little kitten cut out, holding the needle and thread, and a little bird cage. And you see this little handle? I got these from D, and this little handle pulls it up. So here is the inside. And inside, I wanted to say magical toy store, so she could put her little trinkets and stuff like that to embellish in here. And it's like a little toy store. And in here, this is the heart says, an offering of friendship. And this is the little book from the Easter paper pad. And I actually just curled it a little bit and made it dimensional with some flowers. The little hand with the flower right there. A nest and all of that. And on the inside, because this would probably be the way that you look at it, just like this, I wanted to put something there, just make it dimensional, but I'll tell you why. And the inside, I just used this paper, so it looks like there was just a paper in there. And it was all painted white with the white paint, and then I distressed all the edges with a little vintage photo. Now right there, no, I did not forget my my chopsticks from my sushi in here. These were I actually painted these. These are skewers, and they're dowels actually, not skewers. And if you see, the lid falls back, and I'm afraid that the lid would actually fall back and tear because it is held on by paper. Because it looks like this, and she can have it standing up like that, wherever she wants it, or like this, either way. But I wanted it to have a support system for when she had it open, and it looked like a little store, so it could be like this, it would stand up like this. So underneath all of this decoration, I actually had already set up loops of acetate to sustain these two dowels inside of it. And sorry, here we go. And there you go. It stands up perfectly. It has a support, and she can actually have stuff, and let me show you basically how I intended it. She can have stuff resting like this throughout, and it won't fall back, and this way it uses up less space, and you don't have to put it against the space that has support for it. So let me show you what it looks like. all I did was make 2 loops of acetate here, here, and then 1 here and 1 here, and then covered it with some embellishments. So you really can't even see it. But look, I'm trying to see the little shiny part right there? That is it right there. I was going to put little flags in here, but I figured this way it wouldn't take too much attention from everything. It looks like it's holding this up. It almost looks like it's holding up the sign. And you can actually bring it up higher. But yes, see, totally wanted to do that. I've been wanting to do this for myself, truth be told, because I use one just like this for my embellishments. And just die cuts, like if I have extra die cuts, I put them in here. And look, I will show you. These are from the box. Like, if I have extra die cuts or whatever, I'm working on stuff, I have extra ones, or little embellishments I get, I put them in here. The only thing was that the lid kept falling back, so I had to figure that out. Like I said, I've been wanting to make one for myself, but I made it for you, Esme. So, yeah. So, there it is. And you just pull these little dowels right out and set them in there. And there you go. It closes completely. So, that is my Tilda Trinket embellishments. Esme, I really hope you like it. You guys go ahead and check out Tracy's shop. That's where I got all of my Tilda paper. And I will also leave a link to the Facebook group, okay? So there will be way more swaps and way more things going on. And you guys take a look. She has, and she'll be having specials for the actual participants in the group for her shop, okay? So I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I think I'm a genius in my own little brain for me figuring this out. But I totally love the fact that it's functional. You guys know I love beautiful things, but I love it even more when they're functional. So, yes. So, let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone!